team wanted to focus on all of the aspects from autism, progressive aging, and mental health. What's behind your door is an interactive exhibit that will travel to nonprofits, schools, and museums. When you approach the exhibit, you will find 3 doors, each leading to an interactive room where you'll have 3 timed tasks. Rooms can be interchanged for community needs. We feel that compassion cannot be taught, and walking in someone's shoes is the best way to teach and can be life-changing. Now come with me as we enter the red door, the door on progressive aging. When you enter this room, you will enter a virtual world of someone's home of the aging. A few examples are tasks that you might find, which are phone communication. So when you walk in, you might find a phone and the numbers would be muffled, or the noise would be really muffled and the numbers would not be on the phone. So you would have to experience like ordering a prescription. There would be a utensil challenge. So you might find a little kitchen area with a bowl with an oscillating spoon with peas where you're trying to feed yourself. And the whole time you're in there, you would be hearing, what am I going to do if I spill this? Can I get this cleaned up? Also, bathroom independence, which would possibly be like maybe a walker that wouldn't move, maybe slow you down. And also with that, the whole time you'd be hearing, what am I going to do if I have to clean this up? I can't get there fast enough, and this would all be timed. Next, you can go with James and enter his room.
Door number 2 is PTSD. Some of the tasks that we would probably find behind this door, who would ever choose to enter, would be a mini trauma activity. And the trauma could be anything from being yelled at as a child, or being shot at, or witnessing a major catastrophe event. And then we would have puzzles, trying to put a whole bunch of puzzles together, and you can't focus. Your mind is caught up on the trauma that you've been experiencing either all your life or just recently from combat or any other kind of trauma you may have experienced. Then we have emotional spinners, little things that will pop up. I like to call them triggers and stuff, little things that pop up that somebody just entered your life, somebody just entered your realm and interrupted you. And then all of a sudden it hit a trigger, and that's somebody spinning you, and you feel that that person is controlling you, or that interaction took control of you and you just lost your focus. Now you can't live a normal life that particular time of the day or the rest of your life. Some of the videos we would actually have would be war veteran video. And of course, a lot of people, one of the most captivating movies I think of our time was the Saving Private Ryan. If anybody watched that, if you didn't jerk a tear from that movie, you weren't normal. That was a very compelling movie, and they have the original movie, I just recently saw it, is the original Normandy Day that was filmed back in the 50s and 60s. Then we have a video that on abuse cycle, constantly over and over, somebody, whether a child, whether a father, whether a parent, whether a husband or wife, or you were being abused and stuff. And it was day after day, and you basically would grab the concept of feeling the pain of what this person is feeling. It's just like watching a really compelling movie. And that would really grab the attention of most people and realize what some people are really going through, and they lack this compassion. And then the other video would be the hopelessness, the despair. Where's your life going? You just feel worthless. You're around all this abuse, and nobody is giving you any encouragement and helping you through what you got. Nobody is compassionate towards you or your needs, whether they're petty or not. You just deal with the hopelessness and despair of a person's life. And I've got some facts that I'd like to read that I found. Most symptoms on PTSD develop within 3 months of a traumatized event. Anxiety won't set in until months or years pass. I will call this keeping the pain within and to yourself. Pain and anxiety may come and go or resurface years later, like in a childhood trauma. And most people don't recognize that they have PTSD due to they don't associate with the current symptoms. If somebody's irritable or if somebody's withdrawing from their family or their friends, they could be suffering from this PTSD, and a lot of us don't know it. Or they're just, some people we call it today, they're just in a bad mood, they're just not feeling well today. And so basically, some other facts that I found really interesting is 70% of adults have experienced some kind of traumatic event or seen a traumatic event i.e. 9/11. If everybody was watching TV that day and saw the airplanes hit, could you imagine how many people are suffering from PTSD from that incident alone? We lost 3,000 people that day, but how many people are suffering from some kind of form of PTSD? The loved ones, the relatives of those 3,000 that lost their lives. We don't even consider that. So 3 million also, we have 3 million have anxiety attacks at any given time right now, today as we speak. 8% will develop PTSD illness of some sort, and an estimated 1 in 10 women will get PTSD at some time in their lives. Women are twice as likely as men to gain the PTSD. Thank you.
All right, behind my door will be autism, so ASD, autism spectrum disorder. For people who have ASD, even a slight change of plans for the day, bedtime, or eating routines can be extremely upsetting and leave them feeling disoriented. So the tasks in my room would consist of writing the alphabet with thick gloves. All of these would have instructions in a foreign language. With an activity with a rice and getting paper clips out of it, and also copying shapes from a mirror, while in the mirror a flashlight is shining, and also some overstimulation. So for the sensory overload, there would be bright lights, jumbled repetitive noises, basically causing a sense of frustration and overstimulation. I'm not going to show the video right now, but 1 in 68 children will be diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. White men 35 or 85 and older are more likely to commit suicide than any other age group, taking their lives at 4 times the rate of the general population.
Okay.
1 in 2012. In 2012, more active duty soldiers died by their own hands than in combat. It cannot be taught, compassion. We hope to help others walk in their shoes, if only for a minute. Thank you.